The next method of work holding we're going to talk about is double-sided tape. I'm keeping the material on the wasteboard here because the downside of using double-sided tape is that you need a clean, flat surface to mount to. And in this case, you can see it's pretty much pockmarked with drill holes. This is a double-sided tape. It looks like this is the Amazon commercial double-sided tape. You can usually find this as carpet tape. So one of the other things that you need to think about is how flat your material itself is. If you got a big bow, it has a tendency to like take off the tape or like lift off. In this case, I think this block is pretty flat because it's got milled down, so it should work fine. There you go. It's on. Pretty strong. And yeah, so usually it's not as strong pulling it directly this way, but if you shear it against this direction, which usually the cutting forces are going against, it'll hold pretty well. So one of the advantages of using double-sided tape, one is very, very simple. It's pretty much foolproof. The second is that because you have something underneath the whole way, if you're cutting something out of the material, it will help keep it stuck in place instead of flying out or getting jumbled around. But yeah, the downside of using double-sided tape is that it generally isn't a very strong method. You have to use a lot of double-sided tape or just be conscious of how strong it's being held down. The second is that when you cut all the way through the material, sometimes a little bit of residue ends up on the drill, not the drill bit, the end mill. You just have to make sure to just clean that off. It usually isn't that much or a big deal, so I wouldn't retract anyone from using it just for that specific reason, but it's just something to be conscious of.